Manager Crow said this: "What's most interesting to me about this is that President Trump was only interested in Ukraine aid." His words, nobody else. The U.S. provides aids to dozens of countries around the world, lots of partners and allies. He didn't ask about any of them, just Ukraine. I appreciate your service for our country. I really do. I didn't serve in the military, and I appreciate that. But let's get our facts straight. That is what Manager Crow said. Here's what actually happened. President Trump has placed holds on aid a number of times. It would just take basic due diligence to figure this out. In September 2019, the administration announced that it was withholding over $100 million in aid to Afghanistan over concerns about government corruption. In August 2019, President Trump announced that the administration and Seoul were in talks to substantially increase South Korea's share, burden sharing, of the expenses of U.S. military aid support for South Korea. In June, President Trump cut or paused over $550 million in foreign aid to El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala because those countries were not fairly sharing the burdens of preventing mass migration to the United States. In June, the administration temporarily paused $105 million in aid to Lebanon. The administration lifted that hold in December, with one official explaining that the administration continually reviews and thoroughly evaluates the effectiveness of all United States foreign assistance to ensure that funds go towards activities that further U.S. foreign policy and also further our national security interest, like any administration would. In September 2018, the administration canceled the $300 million in military aid to Pakistan because it was not meeting its counterterrorism obligations. You didn't hear about any of that from my Democratic colleagues, the House managers. None of that was discussed. Undersecretary Hale, again, his transcript, said that, quote, aid has been withheld from several countries across the globe for various reasons. Dr. Hill similarly explained that there was a freeze put on all kinds of aid. Also, freezes put on assistance because it was in the process at the time of an awful lot of reviews going on foreign assistance. That's the Hill deposition transcript. She added, this was one of the star witnesses for the managers, she added, this again not played, that in her experience, stops and starts are sometimes common with foreign assistance, and that the Office of Management and Budget holds up dollars all the time, including in the past for dollars going to Ukraine in the past. Similarly, Ambassador Volker affirmed that aid gets held up from time to time for a whole assortment of reasons.